Hello, this is Brian Houle. I'm a solutions consultant with Beyond 20, and today I'm super excited to be talking about Cherwell version 6. It is their latest version, and it has some cool features that I'll be talking about in a series of videos. But today I want to talk about the new database connections possible from Cherwell in version 6. So to look at these, I'm going to go to Managers and choose External Connections. And here I've already got one created. Well, let's have a look. What I'm going to do is edit this guy, and it pulls up the wizard. It's the same wizard you get when you create a new external connection. And what external connections allow you to do is to connect to an external database or other data source and pull data into Cherwell so that you can manipulate it in Cherwell business objects using everything, all the tools you have available in Cherwell. Expressions, one-steps, automation processes. So let's click Next. And here are all the new data sources that we have to work with in Cherwell 6. MySQL, which is timely for me and I'm very happy about. ODBC, which opens up whole sorts of possibilities. And Oracle. SQL Server and OLADB were pre-existing in earlier versions. So let's continue on. This database is located on this machine. If you had a database server, you would specify your server there. Click Next. I'm going to choose the employees database. This is loaded with sample data from the MySQL website. I'm logging in with a particular password, database owner or schema, and finally, next. I can test my connection. My connection is good. So let's close out of here. And what this allows me to do now is I can create business objects that are tied to that data. And I can do that by going to New External Business Object. So all I have to do is click New External Business Object, and I can map my data to a business object. So I'll click Next in the wizard. I can import data, I can link data. Importing data is useful if you just want to pull it in one time. Link data is if you want to use the external data source as a source of truth and just have that pulled in for Cherwell. I use this option quite a bit. So let's click Next. We're going to choose my employees external connection. You can have multiple, of course, but this is the one I want. And what this is giving me now is a table to map. So these can be, you can also set up views to map, which are useful. And views are just combinations of table data so that you're not recreating or duplicating data. So for instance, an orders and customer table, instead of pulling them in separately and linking them in Cherwell, you can create a view in the source database that will associate customers and their orders. It's very handy. So let's scroll down and let's pull in, let's go up. I want to pull in the departments table. Click Next. I'll make that a supporting object. You can also make it a lookup object, which is actually very useful. But for now, let's call it a supporting object. Let's say I have some more business logic that I want to wrap around that. Here I can just click Map All Fields, or I can map individual ones. So I'll map all fields. And this is pulling in two columns, department name and department number. And what this does is it creates identical columns in Cherwell. So I'll click Next. And here it wants a unique field that holds a key. We don't have one, so I'm going to create it on department name. And when it says last modified date time, this is the field that Cherwell wants to look at so it knows what to update. So let's click Next. And data is read-only. I'm going to leave that because I want to leave that MySQL database as the source of truth, and I just want to pull in data. So I'll click Next. Here we want our search options. So how do we want to search for this data? I'm going to leave it starts with, and we'll search on department name, and we'll search on department number. We'll click Next. And finally, I'm going to just designate this as departments. We'll click Finish. And here we are. So here is our table in a business object. And now, if I click External Data, I can see how my fields are mapped. And if fields get added, I can add them in. Or say I didn't map all my fields initially, I can go ahead and add those mappings later. So that's pretty cool. I can update my external search here. You saw that in the wizard. And here I can define my search results. So what do I want to have in my link text when this comes up? So I'll say department name comes up. And my body text, I'll say it was department number. And you can define everything here that you can define in a normal Cherwell business object. So that's sort of the beauty of these data integrations. And so when I'm done, I click OK. And here we go. So my next steps are just to add a grid and a form. And now I have all this data in Cherwell that I can work with. So let me go ahead and save that out. Create my form in my form wizard. I'm not really going to design this. I'll just leave it as red. I'll save that. Go to grid, grid wizard. Use the wizard for the grid. I'll save and publish. Now I'm going to pop over into the client tool, or the blue pill. Let's build a search, a quick search, so that we can find our new table. So I'm going to scroll down, and there it is. Departments MySQL 2. Yes, we'll clear out the existing query. I'm going to delete the conditional there and just let it go as an open query and click OK. And here is all my data from my MySQL database. So as we loaded the departments up, and as we saw, I was using the department name as the link text. So if I click here, it takes me right into the table with my very uninteresting form, but it serves the purpose. So there you have it. What we've done is used the new database integration features in Cherwell 6 to create a link to a MySQL database and pull that data in to Cherwell Service Management, where we can now work with it as a business object, and we can apply expressions and one-steps and automation processes to it, all the good tools that Cherwell provides. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel for more Cherwell videos. Thank you.